Why does it look like that? Ew.
This past weekend, I was able to go on 3 different fishing excursions, and all of them came back very successful. I didn't catch something every time we went fishing, but it was enjoyable being out there on the water. This weekend started out on Friday morning with me going down to the Grand River with Emin. He was showing me a little more about fly fishing and the style that he does, and then also just giving me tips and advice for when I do go down there, specifically to try to catch some salmon. And then also talking about his new startup that he is working on that is gonna help with surveying fish and wildlife in waters. Very fun stuff. Definitely go check him and his startup out. But yeah, we were out there for a little bit, didn't catch anything, but I was able to scope out and see different areas that I knew I was gonna come back to. So then Saturday, Leia and I took the boys out to Grand Rouge Park. This was our first time at this park, and it was really awesome. We brought some stuff to just kind of post up for the day. Snow Peak gear allows you to be very comfortable outside, so didn't have to worry about making sure we had what we needed to cook a little bit, and then also have the boys be able to take a nap when it was time for them to be able to. The weather was just right. It was a little bit of wind, so like there were no bugs really around. There was a lot of poison ivy in the park, but we knew what to look out for. And that was yesterday. None of us are itching, so we should be straight. Made sure we washed our clothes and everything. But I highly recommend going over to that park. But we caught nothing for 3 hours. I lost different spinners. I lost different bait, but it was really fun just to be out on the water, even though we didn't catch anything. Right when we were leaving the park, I was like, let me just try in these 2 other ponds that were closer to the car. And as soon as I went to the larger pond, I mean, maybe 10 minutes in, I started to get a bite and I was like, okay, there's something in there. And sure enough, I caught 2 of the largest bass I've ever caught, and it was really cool. Enzo was really excited. He was a little nervous to hold one of them, but it was really fun to actually like have that moment where we were out there for a while, and Zoe was even like, yeah, we didn't catch anything today, Dada, but it was cool that, yeah, on our way out, we caught something. So then we went to dinner, and on our way leaving from dinner, I was looking just at the map and I was like, man, I gotta check out this other water. And then Leo was like, well, no, there's this other pond you should go to. And I'm like, all right, then let's go there right now. So we went over there, and I kid you not, maybe 3 minutes of being there, I threw into the water and boom, like got a bite, caught a fish. It was the largest bass I had ever caught. So it was like continuing to just be a larger PB for me. And then went ahead, took photos and such, put that back, and maybe 2 minutes later, then caught the largest to date. I'm almost on Dom's level, to be honest. I don't necessarily understand how to gauge how big they are. One of the people who were there with us were saying that he thinks that it was about a 3-pound bass. I didn't have anything to weigh it, but it was pretty large, and it was just really cool. Exciting to be able to actually like have that feeling, especially after going so long that day without catching anything. Then yeah, we called it a night. Then today, I wasn't 100% sure if we were gonna get on the water. Emin had hit me again and said that him and his friends were going out there. So me, Enzo, and Koa went down to the water. There was a guy who we met while we were down there. He was just really friendly, telling me about what he had caught so far, and he was using worms. And sure enough, like he caught a really massive catfish, he caught some bass, but we weren't catching anything. I was trying my different baits, my spinners, this jerk bait that I was catching a lot of bass with before, but I was just getting nothing, no bites, no anything. And so then even Enzo was like, Dada, you have to try the worms. Like he picked up the artificial worms and was like, try this. So then finally I grabbed the artificial worms and just started to get bites and catch stuff. The first thing we caught was a rock bass, which was really cool. It was tiny, but Enzo was like, I can grab that one. So he grabbed it, and that was really fun. And then we walked further down and just started to get more bites. There was a bass that tried to get the bait 3 times, and each time I just couldn't set the hook. But sure enough, that 4th time I was able to actually get him and didn't lose anything. And it was a pretty large bass. It was fun. Enzo held that one confidently, which was cool. And then on our way out, we just stopped under the Blue Bridge. And sure enough, like as soon as I tossed in there, caught another. There was also a few more that I was going to get, but I just couldn't set the hook before they like jumped off. But it was really cool. I was able to catch all 3 different species of bass today, which was really cool. Just as a good little feat of accomplishment. So excited on this journey of fishing, learning more and more each day. Ultimately, I know I want to get into fly fishing, but this was just the most accessible fishing for me right now, being that it's very similar to what I was doing growing up, and it's just a little easier, not as much finesse. I know that when it's time for me to fly fish, I'm really gonna have to take my time. I've been fly fishing before. It was very enjoyable. I'm excited for that when it's time. For now though, the next step is this king salmon that is going to be running in the Grand River here in the next month or so. So I've got to learn how to go ahead and get together some of these little egg sacs. think is what they call them. So stay tuned for that. This weekend was really fun though. I wanted to highlight a few of the tools that I really enjoyed. Number one being my Leatherman. This tool is something that I use for projects also, so in the photo video production world. Really nice to always have this on set. But yeah, this weekend this came in handy, whether it was getting the hook unstuck from the fish's mouth or cutting my line to tie on a new bait or something. I really enjoyed being able to have this. Now I do think I'm gonna get a different one for my tackle box because this one I like to use indoors more and it kind of smells like fish now. So I'm going to clean this one and then get another one at some point. Or maybe they'll send me another one. That would be great. And that way I can have one specifically for when I'm going fishing and then one that I kind of just keep around for more indoor use. Another shout out is for these artificial worms. These really came through today. I tell you guys, it was no bites for at least an hour and a half. And then as soon as I put this on, I know there's a lot of different options out there, but yeah, these Yamamoto baits, these were really good. I highly recommend. That felt great to be able to just like have the bait really be the thing that was adjusting it. And then also this jerk bait, he came through for me too. This thing I have caught the most amount of bass with. This is what I caught the large bass with yesterday. All of them yesterday, actually. Today is the only day I didn't catch anything with it, but this one alone, I mean, the fact that I haven't lost it either has been really cool. Very proud of this one. I caught a lot of fish with it so far. So hopefully I'm able to keep it and not lose it. Thanks for following along on this journey so far. If you have any suggestions for me, as I am about to try to go get these king salmon or Chinook salmon here as they're going to run, please comment down below any suggestions you got for me. Feel free to message me any other videos I should be watching. But yeah, thanks for coming along on this journey. It smells like outside.
The fish is about as big as Koa.